Okay, so I'm doing a live from my iPod, not the computer, just because the computer, I don't like that janky Wi-Fi where it like messes up. Trust and believe, I'd rather do this live stream on there, but let's do it. It looks like I am watching the homegoing special, but it's pretty much the cast talking about their journey. So I got it on just in case they drop any more spin-off details, but we'll wait and see what happens. Okay, we got some people watching. Okay, okay. And once again, guys, hope everybody's doing well. I know I said I would do a live stream after the homegoing, but the homegoing is what I expected. A cast memoir, so to speak. But I do have it on right now, so if there's any kind of hints or anything about the spinoff, I'll let you know. You let me know, and I'll jot it down. Yeah, the haves and the have-nots looks great. It does. Um, Okay, so just so you know, we'll do a have and have not one later, but let's focus. This is Greenleaf night, even though they dropped the haves and the have nots trailer, Queen Sugar coming back in 2021, and the Greenleaf spinoff called Delilah. So yeah, there's a lot to talk about. But here's my thing, and look, I love the episode. It had me emotional in a lot of places, but honestly, this wasn't supposed to be the finale. Hey, Michelle. So I feel like there were a lot of things that weren't touched upon in this finale because I really do feel like this was supposed to be the back half of season 4, and then we were supposed to get a season 5 because I feel like there were a lot of things that weren't answered, things that just weren't even touched upon, and it it was way better than the If Loving You Is Wrong finale. Let me just put that right there, okay? In terms of series finales, this finale much better than If Loving You Is Wrong. But yeah, y'all chat. I'm about to pull up the live stream on my computer so we can just, talk about it. So again, let's save the haves and the have not stuff for another live stream, maybe tomorrow. But for now, let's talk Greenleaf. So we got over 70 people watching. Let's do it. It was a great ending. Yeah, it was okay. I don't think it was perfect, but I think it was pretty good. In a lot, believe it or not, I think last week's episode I enjoyed it more than this week's episode. Yeah, I mean, when you think, yeah, this definitely gives me Grace vibes. I still want to exact like the dude at the grave. We don't know who that was or what. I'm like, you can't just have Grace seeing a ghost and then not bring that up again. Like when they were driving through the gate, I'm like, ooh, will the guy just pop up on the side of the road or what? I didn't. I was a little disappointed because somebody tweeted, because I'm like, wait, we find out more about the guy? And she was like, well, he's dead. And I'm like, yeah, I know he's dead, but Grace saw a flipping ghost. You can't just skip past that. The Basie real father thing, I think that's a non-factor. I mean, like, what other secrets were inside of Mac's storage unit? Um, hey Isaiah, no offense, but we're gonna hold off on have and have not. Don't worry, 'cause I did my full trailer breakdown. That's on the channel. I'll do a separate live stream about the haves and the have nots. But let's just stick to Greenleaf for now because this is the finale night. Yeah, and if Jacob was the father of Alexa's daughter, let go of that fake AJ story. No, I mean I'm not holding on to it. Like I'm just feeling like that's something we didn't really follow up on. Yeah. That's why I said we got way more questions answered, and a lot of things were. I feel like a lot of things were hinted at and closed off. But the ending of this episode definitely left the door open, even though they closed the gate on things to come in the spinoff. So please don't get me wrong. I'm not going to stand up here complain like everything was bad, but I feel like there were some things that we really didn't get closure on. Who was Alexa? Mac's secretary. She was in episode 2 or 3. Yes, I did notice that the ending of the series matched the beginning, because at the beginning, it was Sophia and Grace going through the gate, and now it's Grace going out. The other guy that looked like AJ was killed. I know he was killed. Sorry. Thing fell. I hit the charger. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. Okay. My bad. Yeah, I know the guy was killed, but she saw a freaking ghost. See, that's the ghost of that boy messing with the live stream. That's what's happening right now. Okay. Let's talk about the positives. First of all, I was shocked at how quickly the episode picked up. You know? Like, we begin the episode with May laying there with Bishop. And correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think we've ever had a cutaway to the theme song in 2 minutes. And then we got the family going up there. And then we got Bishop going into the grave. I'm like, Joe, it's only 5 minutes in. And I'm all emotional. Yeah, the series leaves a lot to the imagination. And again, please don't think I'm ranting or complaining. It's just like, yeah. See, Bethany Lincolns. I hope I said it right. I think last week overall was a bit better. This episode had a lot of Sorry, it's a little lag. I'm pulling up on my computer. I feel like this week had a lot of great moral and spiritual lessons about life. I feel like last week definitely closed the chapter on Bishop. That was his thing. Yeah, when AJ went to altar call, I love that scene. May's entire sermon was on point. May's entire sermon. Yeah, 911 never showed up. I know, right? I'm like, we did hear the sirens. Remember when the whole family was in the room with Bishop? We heard the sirens come, but then we cut away. Oh, my girl Sophia's on the TV. 1 second.
And I am so blessed to be on a show where we have such a loyal family and a funny one. So, holla.
Aw. Anyway, okay. So I got the chats pulled up on my computer. Let me read them all. See, guys, 911 showed up off screen. We heard the sirens coming while everybody was in the bedroom with Bishop. Yeah, he died. Who do you think they were lowering into? Yeah, I just paused for Sophia. Yeah, Lady May nailed that sermon. So it's Greenleaf as we know it is done, but the spinoff Delilah is coming. I agree, there are way too many commercials. Yeah, Lynn Whitfield delivered. I know Mavis didn't make an appearance. I know Rochelle probably wasn't going to show up, but Rochelle, she had a great send-off. Excuse me, hiccup. Rochelle had a good send-off last week. And that's right. I mean, I was thinking we would have saw the Bishop service or funeral, but instead we kind of saw the reopening or the rebirth of Calvary and the memorial for Bishop. So I guess the funeral was more of a private thing? I don't know. Yeah, kudos to Lynn Whitfield. She brought it. Greenleaf was an hour and 5 minutes, but think about how many commercials. So when the episode eventually gets uploaded to YouTube, we'll see if it's more than 40 minutes. I don't know where Kevin was. Delilah might focus around May and Grace, possibly. I almost cried the entire show. I also cried when AJ got saved. Yeah, there were way too many commercials. I know that sponsorships, but I feel like there were more. Hey, Kimberly, I feel like there were more commercials. Hey, no offense, guys, but like the video. I see we got over 100 people, but I only see 17 likes, 18. Go ahead and thumbs up the video. So basically, the spinoff will be Grace and Darius, and probably Sophia and Zora. Possibly. Yeah, AJ, that was amazing. I loved how AJ was like the first person to speak when they were at the dining room table after they lowered Bishop into the grave, because he's like, I can't believe I missed someone I barely even knew. And I love that because it showed how AJ spent the least time with Bishop, but in that little bit of time they spent together, Bishop left such an impact in his life. Yeah, that's the sad part. Bishop wanted to be there when spiritually, Bishop was there because Bishop spoke to May. May addressed the congregation, and then that spoke to AJ. So in a way, Bishop was there, and Bishop was the reason. You know, I'm kind of glad though AJ didn't say, well, if AJ said anything about Bishop, then I hope it's one of those things where he would have said, I'm sad because he's not here, but he is here. But then again, him not saying anything, that scene was perfect. What I think, Charity and Jacob and Grace and then May, they all came on him. I love that scene. Not to mention Sophia was in the church too. I like that. I like that. I need everyone in here to Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead, thumbs up the video. We are here to celebrate. I know the homegoing thing is on right now, but we need to talk. We need to talk. And if you're just joining in, I know the haves and the have-not trailer has us all hyped up. Let's save that for another live stream. We're going to focus on Greenleaf right now. I agree. Way too many commercials. Yeah, but um, apparently, what Misty and the other deacons were talking, May might get the church back. So Tara giving the house up, I like that. I was a bit nervous now because remember when Bishop and Tara spoke off screen, Bishop was like, "Hey, everything's good. Everything is good. Let's eat this barbecue." But then she calls to talk again. So thankfully, Tara gave the house up. Now, I'm not saying Tara and Jacob will end up together. It felt implied, but then again, Tasha wasn't in the finale. And heck, it seemed like Jacob was having second thoughts about Carissa. Do you think the finale accomplished what it need before ending? Overall, yes, but I don't want to be nitpicky. I feel like there are several things that did not get resolved, Like there were several things I feel didn't get touched upon, but I understand an episode is only like 42 minutes. Guys, and I'm not trying to sound condescending, but Bishop dead. At the beginning of the episode, everybody was up there with his corpse, and then within 4 minutes like within the first 5 minutes, he was put in the grave. It felt kind of brushed over, but I feel like this episode did the imagery of showing instead of telling. Within the first 6 minutes, we knew everything that went on. It was kind of like, yes, the symbolism of the purple. I love that. Yeah, there were other stories to be explored. Yep. Bishop, well, at least we knew. Yeah. Yeah. I did not want Bishop to die. Yeah, I understand. But May's speech just brought it. I mean, heck, it spoke to me now. Just like, dang, you right. What happened between AJ? Oh, I thought it was funny how AJ was talking about Darius. Like, did you notice how AJ's voice got deep? He's like, make me new. I was like, yes. That's what I'm talking about. I hope they put that clip on YouTube. You know how Owen uploads clips. Matter of fact, let me see if Owen uploaded any clips. I don't think I'm giving this one a 10. I mean, I think last week I gave it a 9.5 out of 10 with the Zora scenes being the only thing I didn't like. I would say this episode, again, while emotional, I think I liked last week's episode more than this week's episode. Which again, this was a great episode, but I think last week I liked better than this episode. Yeah, if it was like a 90-minute or 2 hour, I think we could have covered more ground. 8 out of 10. Yeah, I know I wouldn't even give it a 9. I would, at the moment, I don't think I would give it more than an 8.5 or a 9. Yeah, the full circle thing, that was great. I love the well, it's full circle, the turnaround on, like, how the series started to how it ended. But think of it this way, guys. We had an emotional finale along with the debut of the Haves and the Have Not trailer, Queen Sugar coming back next year, and then the hint at Delilah, the spinoff. This was jam packed. Yeah, Sophia was in a couple of scenes. She was at the beginning with Grace talking about the photos. Yeah, Lady May, that was the highlight of the entire episode. Hang on, let me just look over the notes real quick. Oh yeah, and Jacob told Tara that the paramedic said he had a stroke. Aaron and Grace. Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, if we were judging it based on the sermon itself, I would give it a straight up 10. Like if it was just a scene from like where Jacob and Tara are greeting each other to like Grace telling May that she's going to New York, that alone was a 10. But yeah. And I know I feel like I'm nitpicking, but there were some things about the episode I'm like, a lot of things were left up open ended. Queen Sugar's coming back. I love that. Will I review Queen Sugar? Maybe. But here's another question. I want to throw you another question. And I know I said I wasn't going to talk have and have nots, but this is like a scheduling question. Now, let's say the haves and the have not. Yeah, Winky. Yeah, he had a speaking role like all the time. God is good. This was not a Tyler Perry show. Yeah, but hear me out. I'm saying if the haves and the have nots goes from like late August to late October, do you think that instead of the haves and the have nots coming on in January, Queen Sugar will come on? And then the haves and the have nots will come in the spring? I'm just asking you the question because I'm wondering, will the haves and the have nots continue that 6-month hiatus thing? I'm just throwing the question out there. We're not talking about the shows themselves. Hang on, I'm on Twitter real quick. I need to check these tweets, see if anybody tweeted me back. Well, I didn't tag any of the cast, but the Greenleaf official page did retweet me. There we go. Zora's on the screen. Oh, yeah, I did like how Zora wasn't a brat. That was a good scene. I love her little joke with Grace. You better get that job and stay in New York so when I land. So thank God she didn't go to New York already. Have and have nots may come in May. That's what I'm thinking too. That's what I'm thinking too. The name of the spinoff is Delilah, in my opinion, is probably going to center on Grace moving to New York. That actually makes a lot of sense because you think about Grace being in that, church bubble so long, but then going to New York, that's going to be a big shift in the atmosphere. Yeah, everybody's talking about AJ getting saved, man. Obviously, that was great. That was great. And the fact that he's healthier. Let's not skip over that. The fact that his health is getting better from the HIV. I like this. The fact that he. Oh, and then when Grace like, can I give you a hug? No, let me give you a hug. You're the one that hooked me up with that great doctor. This getting saved thing was amazing, but let's not forget the boy's getting healthier with his, physical body as well as his relationship with his mother. Let's not let the save part overshadow that. So that was great. Queen Sugar better come on in January. That's all I know. It would make the most sense. I don't think that the haves and the have-nots will just take a 2-month break and then come back January. I think the haves and the have-nots will come back in the spring. He got happier too. Yep. Then when he dropped that line when Sophia and Zora were talking about what's going to happen after death, I don't know. I want to just live. And I'm like, see, because when Sophia and Zora were talking about it, I was thinking AJ was sitting with the car, deep in thought. And I'm thinking to myself, Ooh, that's a little bit insensitive to talk about what happens after death because the guy you're sitting in there with is a guy who slit his own wrist trying to kill himself. So, but I loved how he dropped that one gem and they moved on. Yeah, Samson and Delilah. Yeah, I just want to live. I like that. Don't worry, I'm still reading the chats on my computer. I don't know the guy at the grave. We know he was a drugstore pharmacy cowboy that got shot down, but at the same time, you just don't drop a story. He was a ghost. You can't just drop a storyline like that. I mean, in a way, he kind of foreshadowed this episode. He said everything has an expiration date, you know? Bishop's expiration date and Grace's expiration date in terms of her staying in Memphis. It was time for her to go. Yeah, I guess we'll never find out.
Hi, Pete. Nice to speak with you.
Oh.
I've been following you since Agent Cody Banks in 2003, and most notably, at least from my teenage years, when you were Sweet Tea in Lottery Ticket. Iconic role, honestly.
Ram in the bush.
I just want to thank you so much for the humanness and vulnerability.
Oh, I'm just listening to the guests real quick.
Greenleaf, it's incredible, because I'm a preacher's kid, so I grew up in church. And seeing how
Yeah, he got away with everything. The dead dude took the rap for him.
they have to be perfect, but I know that's anything but the case, and that they're human too.
We don't know the exact date. We just know Queen Sugar's coming on in 2021.
So thank you for that. My question to you is how playing Bishop affected your life, your friendships, your relationships.
Oh, dang, we do have over 130 people in here. I wasn't even paying attention to the number.
It has affected all.
The season fall, which community include. Yeah, we're getting closer to Ruthless. Who do you think going to be the spin-off show?
My brother.
Delilah, are you going to drop any more green? I was literally about to ask, do you mind if I take the night off? No, I didn't even know you can submit questions. What I mean by that is I've been working my behind off ever since I woke up at 9:30. What I mean by that is, could you let me do my Greenleaf finale review tomorrow? I'd really appreciate it. Because I've been working hard from the videos this morning to spending 3.5 hours working on that haves and have not trailer breakdown and doing this live stream. Yeah, I need a break. I got over 130 eBay items that need to get ready. Yeah, action figures and whatnot. So, like, I'm doing this live stream as a way to say goodbye to Greenleaf. But yes, I do have more Greenleaf videos planned. But I do have something to tell you. Tomorrow night at 7, I do have an interview with Vinny Malone, Oscar Teray. You know, Mitch's uncle on the Haves and the Have-Nots. We got a Zoom interview at 7, so I can't wait to do that. And I'll have that up on the channel. I haven't decided when I'm going to put it up. It's going to be up soon, but, you know, I don't know the exact day. So me and Vinny Malone have an interview at 7 p.m. tomorrow on Zoom, and then I'll post it to YouTube. So be on the lookout for that. But, yeah, Bishop did die. He died. Okay, I see a lot of people saying, get your rest, you're welcome. Yeah, great, because I need it. I need it because, yeah, Bishop died. So she gave Lady Mae the house, let her keep. Yeah, Tara stepped back, and it's like, it's all good. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry. I'm not into the live stream now. I was just saying, hey, after the live stream, is it cool? Because I'll do the Greenleaf review in the morning, just not now. You know, I feel like I need to rest. It's been a long day. Not to mention, you all know good and well, I got a lot of videos to do based off of the Haves and the Have-Not trailer. But I'm going home in probably sometime next week for a few days. So I'll pre-record stuff, throw it up on the channel, and go ahead. I mean, the Greenleaf spinoff has always been confirmed. Like, it was said, are you going to upload the audio from the interview? I don't know. I mean, I was thinking maybe we do I don't know. I'll think about it. Big have not theory. They could have done better with the storyline with Tara. She gave the lady who made the house, she got nothing. Yeah, it's like she said, Tara got blessings, and then she ends up with Jacob. Hey, Mark. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess. I think Tara backing off was pretty good. Season 9 has not even been filmed yet. Whenever I do interviews with cast members, I try to refrain from asking spoilers. Like, it's more about their journey in acting, how they got their role, and I guess you could say in season 9, like, yeah, I don't ask a lot of. I mean, in terms of our private conversations, yes, but in terms of Zoom interview, nah, I don't want to, because I got to type up the questions I'll ask them. Chase it, gone, go through the family. Wait, what? Yeah, a Greenleaf spinoff is coming. Called Delilah. Yeah, and I like how Tara pretty much addressed that she felt kind of guilty, but then Jacob was like, "Nah, it was all natural. Don't worry about it." And I mean, when you think guilt at the core, there was like a brief preview during the finale about how it's called Delilah. I was overjoyed for Noah. I did feel like that was a bit of a cop out. I feel like too many people in the finale just kind of let go of stuff. Oh, Isabel doesn't want any alimony. It was a clean break. I'm like, how many people can really say that in real life? I'm not mad about it. I just felt like Noah was used as a plot device in this season, kind of just to clean things up. Oh, hey, I'll jump in and take care of AJ. You go to New York. You remember Jacob was messing around with Tasha. Now he's going to mess around. I mean, didn't it seem like Jacob was kind of unsure about splitting from Carissa? Not yet. I mean, I know Delilah from the Bible, but I don't know the meaning behind Delilah in the title. Yeah, I felt that too. Who do you think there will be in the spinoff? Look, I have no idea. I will do an entire video based on that, but at the moment, I have no idea. Jacob is free to do whatever they're getting divorced. Yeah, I agree. I wish there was a way to pin the comment like on Instagram, guys. The title is called Delilah. Well, then again, I realize some people are just tuning in. Look, if you're just tuning in, Bishop really died, and Delilah is the name of the spinoff. Yeah, I mean, Alexa, we don't even know who that father is. Yeah, I threw in my Cash App just because. Look, I'll tell you right now, if May had a Cash App on the screen, I would have donated during that sermon. It's like, make me new. And then Charity sings like, now for the tithes and offering. Love the work you do. I enjoy it. Thank you, Ricky. I appreciate that. And no, the Cash App is not mandatory, but it is appreciated. Boom. Yeah, I feel like this episode, it kind of dragged in some places. Oh, I was about to say, all the 146 people in here, please hit the like button. I was about to say, hit the Cash App button. Oh, I'm just serious. Will you ever collaborate with other reviewers? I'm not against that, but I don't know. Oh, AJ. Yo, he got saved. He's on there. Oh, hang on. Thanks, Mark.
True, wonderful.
1 second, I'm watching AJ.
That work on Greenleaf is from the cast to the directors, the producers, the writers, the lighting, the camera work, the gaffers.
Well, the camera work was good in this one.
The catering. Oh, oh. We had such good meals. We had such good meals.
Heck, I want some of those meals.
Family. It was always family when you stepped on the Greenleaf set.
Alright, there we go. Yeah, I do feel like the AJ thing kind of felt shoehorned in a bit, but I loved the character. Yeah, when AJ got saved, that stole the show. Like May's speech had me going, yeah, 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 and then AJ got saved. I'm like, oh! Just as AJ was coming around and got saved, Grace had to leave. Yeah, that did feel a bit, man. Yeah, I kind of feel some kind of way about that. I mean, I like the fact that AJ and Grace's relationship was getting better, but it's like, oh, I'm going to New York now. But you're with your daddy. I'm pretty sure they're going to post a I was mad though because this morning they did not have the aspect ratio wide enough, so I did not know Benny was standing beside Veronica when that woman is like, "Oh, I've heard about you." So AJ is grown; he can go to New York and visit her. I agree, but it feels like, I cried. I didn't cry. I got emotional. I was close to it. They were getting me there. I just didn't go all the way. I got emotional though. Don't mind me. I'm just checking notifications. We're still talking. Still sending the chats. I'll get to them. I was crying like a baby. Ugh. Yeah. The camera angles and everything from her putting the ring on her finger to kissing Bishop to getting Grace and everybody sitting around the bed crying. That was something else. That was something else. Yeah, I was so shocked the burial came so quickly. What's his name? Kevin? Yeah, he wasn't in the finale. Hey Valerie, thank you for the $1 donation, and I mean that for real. Like even $1 means a lot because you don't have to send anything, but you did. So shout out to Valerie. Couldn't handle that. Wish they would have shown what was in the box. Just the car. Burial felt like so. You wrong for that. Burial felt like social distancing. They finally voted Connie out. Did they say Connie got voted out? I know they just said minus Connie in the vote. So, I mean, if they did, I mean, heck, I would look. That's the thing. I feel like we got, okay, another haves and have not comparison. Hey, hang on now. I'm not going to jump ship into topics, but the way they kind of skipped Bishop's funeral is how I felt about how they skipped Amanda's funeral in the haves and the have nots. You know? Yes, the sermon was amazing. The finale. I mean, aren't they going to play it again like at 11 o'clock or midnight? So if you missed the Greenleaf finale, you can catch it again sometime soon. Yeah, this reminded me of the haves and the have-nots where I thought Amanda's funeral was going to be a big thing, but all we did was see the family coming out of the graveyard. I'm like, wait, what? I agree. She was holding it in. Why wasn't there more people at the funeral? Well, no, no, no. I feel like they had a funeral, but in terms of lying the body to rest, it was a private thing. I mean, the funeral wasn't important. It depends. It depends. It depends. I think we'll all have different perspectives on that. You're an atheist and you're moved by see, that's some powerful stuff right there. That was David and Veronica, not Hannah and David. There was no closer for viewers. What? Oh, you mean closure? Well, I feel that's because they left it open ended for the sake of the spinoff. But I don't think that's it because they didn't even announce a spinoff until right before season 5 premiered. So remember, they talked about the spinoff before the season even started. What was it, in June or something? I'm watching the home going right now. I just got the volume turned down. I do wish they were able to get remarried. Yeah. If only he took that. I'm not saying the physical would have saved him completely, but it may have detected the signs of a stroke. So, let's see here. I mean, what do we know? Phil left the church. The church is cutting ties with H&H. I felt like there were some things that were not really touched on. Yeah, there's going to be a spinoff. Wish you would have went to the doctors. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Don't worry. I'm looking over my notes real quick to see if there was anything else worth talking about. Yeah, like I said, I would have loved to hear, like, would Phil run H&H? Keep in mind, H&H is like what, a countrywide thing. So if there's the spinoff in New York, Phil might pop up or something because there's an H&H extension in there. The ending was better than If Loving You Was Wrong. Yeah, you see, I agree. Look, I know I'm kind of nitpicky. This was much better than the If Loving You Was Wrong finale, but there were still a lot of things kind of left open-ended or not even touched upon in the finale. This probably would have done better as at least a 90-minute or 2-hour finale. Oh, hang on a sec. So, y'all sending long chats. I gotta read these. Hang on. I got y'all. Keep them coming. Okay, am I the only one that felt like Lady Mae saw that something wasn't right? There was no sense of urgency. Like, why wasn't she running around the house yelling for help? I think because she knew that Bishop was gone. So there wouldn't be a chance of resuscitation. So I don't think that was out of character. I mean, she had already called 911. She knew that Bishop was slipping away and there was nothing. Wait, no, I mean at the end of last week's episode. I mean, she was kind of panicking. She called 911. She called for Grace, but obviously Grace was in another part of the house with Sophia. I'm disappointed in Greenleaf because I understand them not wanting to drag out the show, but this did not have to. Yeah, this didn't have to be the last season. I agree. We don't want Phil. Hey. No, yeah, should have been a longer ending. I agree. She knew Bishop was gone. There's no If Loving You Is Wrong spinoff. They say the ones who don't cry much during death have made peace, and there you go. That's what I'm talking about, Portia. Lady Mae was at peace. She knew that was going to happen. Yeah, I think doing that wasn't necessary. Agreed. I had a feeling that when Lady Mae kept pressing Bishop to go to the doctor, they were setting up for a terminal illness or passing. I agree. Jennifer, thank you for the $5. Thank you. See, super chats on YouTube are great, but YouTube takes a portion of that. Cash App comes directly to my account. So again, thank you all so much. You don't have to donate, but as I say in all my videos, it is very much appreciated. All right, let's keep it going. I wanted to see if Phil and his father made peace. I wanted to see if Phil would be the next Bob Whitmore running H&H for good. Again, I'm not saying we need a whole storyline on it, but I just wish that little bit of touch. Yeah, I know. It's just that I really don't feel like this should have been it. Yeah, Phil did Charity back. I mean, I'm glad Charity didn't go back to him. That was good. I'm going up the altar. Oh, wait, going up yonder. I always thought it was going up to the altar. I didn't know it was going up yonder. I've been singing that wrong my entire life. Yeah, don't worry. I'll have a speculation video on Delilah. I wanted to see the Whitmores go to jail. I'm still mad about If Loving You Is Wrong. Let's not even talk about that. Nah, we ain't got to reflect. Again, the Greenleaf finale, much better. Not perfect, but we know a spinoff is coming. I'm going up beyond that. Yeah, they never answered that question. I was disappointing. Even you really can't trust IMDb, but IMDb stated he would be in the episode. He wasn't. I honestly thought he would have showed up. Like there would have been a brief scene of Grace standing alone at the grave, then the boy popped up. I felt like the Whitmores just kind of bowed out. We know that Bob stepped down as the head of H&H, and that was it. See, that's the thing. It's like I'm disappointed in some elements, but in other elements, I'm like, well, we know a spinoff is coming, so it's no biggie. But overall, treating this as a series finale, there were some things that I wished did get follow up. Again, I liked the episode, but I think, yeah, I kind of wanted her with Noah. But that's just me. Nothing against Darius, don't get me wrong, but meh. No, her and Kay. No, her and Kay. What? Her and Noah were dry. I don't like how they portrayed Noah this season, though. He felt like a plot device, you know? Oh, Grace is beautiful. Yes. Yeah, I'm seeing some mixed reviews about Darius and Grace. Look, JoJo, no have and have not. We're focusing Greenleaf right now. I hope Rochelle come back in a spinoff. Don't really see a reason for it too. I was more Noah and Grace. I hope they don't bring back Darius. I mean, if Grace is in the series, and Darius is going to be there. I mean, when you think about it from a symbolic standpoint, Noah represents Grace and her past, while Darius represents the future, which goes hand in hand with the sermon Lady May delivered. So, I mean, so did Winnie Cooper and Kevin, but they didn't end up together in the Wonder Years. I was not watching Greenleaf at the time. I didn't hop in until last year during season 4. Trust and believe. I should have listened to my mom and you all, because it was like season 2. Watch Greenleaf. I'm like, nah. I had to learn the hard way. Thank you, Mark Johnson, for the $10 donation. I appreciate that, for real. I'm going up beyond. Let's see. Don't worry. Again, I'm just scanning over the notes. I mean, the spinoff is. I mean, this episode really did focus more on Grace's send-off than anything else, you know? Yeah, I mean, think about it. Next week is our first week of nothing. I'm not rushing Delilah news. Here's why. Number one, the haves and the have-nots already has enough for us to talk about. Number two, I hope they take their time. I hope they take their time on Delilah. Yeah, past and future. Yeah. Grace made peace with her past like Bishop. Now she's going to something else. I think Grace's story is going to be about her being in a non-Christian environment. What if Delilah sent around Rochelle or Tara? That does make sense, but I don't think so. Guys, they literally said in the preview that this is a top secret spin-off project by the creators. I don't know jack squat. We only know that the spin-off is having. Oh, excuse me. We only know the spin-off is happening and then the name is Delilah. We don't know nothing. Next week, I'm taking off. I got some videos planned, but yo, that's the dude from Hamilton. Anyway, yeah, take the time with the spinoff. They don't need to rush it. We're going to be, well, Lord willing, we're going to be here to see it. Basie got killed on their, what was it, by the cops or something? I forgot. I think it was the cops. Look, if you've never seen the Haves and the Have-Nots, every episode is on Hulu. The first 2 seasons were phenomenal. Yeah, I agree. They take their time with this show. Tyler Perry pumps out material nonstop, but it's better to I'd rather have a 15 phenomenal episode season of a show than 3 seasons that are 20 episodes long but are stale. Yeah, seasons 1 and 2 of the Haves and the Have-Nots are great. Yeah, I love the acting. Me too. This episode was phenomenal. Like May's sermon. When was the last time we saw such a well-acted scene in the Haves and the Have-Nots? It's been a while. Yep, Delilah was deceptive and deceived Samson. Yep, wearing that royal purple. Deborah on this spinoff is making me cry. All her reviews. I don't know. I think Tasha mentioned the cops. I forgot. This was like early in the season, like episode 3 when it was brought up. I forgot. I'm sorry. The spinoff will probably be the exact opposite of Greenleaf. That would be an interesting twist. I mean, based on the name alone, we know it's going to be female focused or female driven. Yeah, I thought it was Basie driving the SUV. I know it took the last scene for them to act nice to each other. Oh, look at young Bishop and May.
A very young photograph of me and a very young photograph of Keith.
Lynn still looks way younger than her real age. I don't know what she's talking about.
And then I also loved the portrait of, Bishop and Lady May as the leaders of this big mega church. Those husband and wife photos that they do.
Phil didn't show up.
I just thought it really tells the great story of the arc of their relationship. And
Those are some great photos.
Really, really nice.
Am I gonna get in trouble for saying this?
Oh,
Taking memorabilia from the set? Yes.
Oh, she's taking stuff from the set. Never mind.
Yeah. Well, here's something that I took from set.
That's why I can't go to Tyler Perry studio. I'll be jacking stuff. Let me grab this.
The Calvary set, when they were breaking it apart, it was sad to see that set go because I walked up and down those halls a million times.
Yeah, I do remember they were tossing stuff from the church away. That's sad.
That were on the wall. Not when Harmony and Hope was there, P.S. They were doing all of that more new age stuff. But the real scriptures that the Greenies always like to have on the walls reminds me, nothing is impossible with God.
Yeah, I agree. Chair didn't take him back.
Not even.
Yeah, Delilah was always up to no good. I was thinking too, Zora. Stun it, Grace. Oh, we're still going to talk. Let me just finish this. It's at the end credits now. Bust a move, Bishop. Hey, 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 hey. And that's that. Yeah, I've already seen the trailer. Okay, so Greenleaf is officially over, folks. I'm pretty sure they'll put the homegoing special on YouTube. I'll rewatch it then. Don't worry, the live stream's still going. I'm just like, this is it. This is it. Where Greenleaf was about the church, maybe the spinoff will be about the church. Nah, hope not. Sodom and Gomorrah. Dang. First of all, I'm glad all y'all still on here. We got a good number of people this long on the live stream. I know last week I could have got similar numbers after Bishop died, but last week I was done. I was so exhausted. Yeah, we don't know what happened to Mavis's club. I mean, if they got the church back, so okay, you're not going nowhere, per. We can talk for a little bit longer, no rush. Yeah, I think the same about Alyssa too. But don't worry, Have and Have Nots will be its own video. We're still on the Greenleaf. That shoot, I might have to do a separate live stream where we talk about the Delilah series. I'm not going to break my brain over it because now my Greenleaf brain has shut down. Well, not completely, because in the morning I'm going to do my Have and Have Nots. Yeah, I know my mom keeps telling me to watch Saints and Sinners, but with my luck, I'll probably start reviewing it, and then the next season will be the final season. Hang on, I want to check YouTube real quick. I want to see if they uploaded any of the scenes from the episode. Seriously, Greenleaf and the Haves and Greenleaf and If Loving You Is Wrong. I started to review those shows, then the very next season, the final season. Wait, what? Okay, The Family Remembers Bishop. They uploaded that clip, and then that was it. They'll probably upload the sermon soon. The Guy at Faith's Gravestone is a mystery. Yep. Oh yeah, the beginning was emotional. No clue about a spinoff on the Malones. Grace and Noah would be too much like trying to relive the past. I agree. And again, Noah wasn't even trying to push on Grace like that. It was only about being there for AJ. You gotta admire the guy for like, oh, I have a secret son I never knew about. I'm dropping everything to be with him. Yeah. You need a sponsorship or they need to hire you only watch. Oh, I appreciate that. We don't know who the young man at the cemetery is. I don't know when Saints and Sinners starting. I love the way Greenleaf ended. I mean, Noah didn't give me those vibes of being back together with Grace. He just wanted to be a family. It was May who was trying to push them together. Mavis did not return. I think that Noah wanted to create the family Grace that they should have had. Exactly. I don't know. Just for a final, I mean, Oprah was part of why this show was a thing. You would think she would pop up for the memorial. Noah didn't even get a paycheck yet, and they already have a big house. Dude, you took me out with that one. I again, it just felt too contrived. Oh, I already got a big house. Oh, I found a job. Oh, my divorce, no alimony. Oh yeah, he did say that outside of the hospital. I forgot about that. You're right. You're right. I guess he has credit. Must be hella good credit. Tara should have got something. Tara was content, and she knew where her true blessings were. Yeah, that's why I said Noah was kind of like a filler for the show. I didn't like that. Tara, Tasha, I don't know. I don't know. Yes, Bishop died. That's the thing. Like ambitions. One season, the writing was way better than the haves and the have-nots has been in the past couple of years. Yeah, Jacob had them bedroom eyes in the sanctuary. Yeah, heathen. With your son standing right there. Yeah, they could have done more with Noah, I agree. I mean, I like how things ended up with him and AJ, but I feel like Noah was like a set piece, you know? And honestly, the AJ thing kind of just came out of nowhere. Hey, Tar had him saying bedroom eyes. Man, get out of here with that. Yeah, we'll work together on a missions congregation. Jacob said he and Tasha would start talking after divorce was finalized, but yeah, they definitely seem to push more towards the Tara thing. Yeah, Hannah would be the bishop. Noah went to work for Grace, and all she knows was Darius. Poor thing. Here's another thing to think about. Here's another thing to think about. Both Noah and Darius lost everything when it came to Grace. Because, well, technically, Charity was the one that left that voicemail last season. Isabel heard about it, and then Noah just spilled his guts about Grace and AJ, and then they got a divorce. So basically, Noah uprooted to move to Memphis to be with AJ and Grace to an extent. Darius came back to Memphis, investigated H&H and Bob Whitmore for Grace, lost his job, got abducted, well, and then arrested under false pretenses trying to help out Grace. And now he wants to uproot and go to New York with Grace. So both Noah and Darius kind of lost everything because of Grace. Yeah, he says he never wanted to be with Isabel. The hell is she not? Wait, what? Did I miss a chat? Oh, Tasha is not ratchet. Jacob sleeps around. Noah not going nowhere. Oh, yeah. I'm saying that he left with the Isabel situation and came back to Tennessee for AJ and Grace. I mean, Noah and AJ, I'm glad they're established. Like, I wish we could have got little scenes of like Noah and AJ opening the crate and starting on the car. I felt like we needed like a mini epilogue. Again, the episode ended nice, but I feel like there were some things that were left untouched. AJ came in early last season in season 4. Look, the first 4 seasons are on Netflix, and I can't wait for them to upload season 5. No Alexa daughter thing or anything. We didn't find out squat. Well, I guess we'll never know what's in that box. Or max storage unit. And I mean, it could have been a quiet scene. The people, Yeah, I'd like to see the car. Yeah. Me too. They would have been the icing on the cake. They opened the box. Yeah, that would have been great. Like Zora packing for New York, Noah and AJ opening the car box, Phil and his father making amends. It's one of those things where they don't even need dialogue. Like that would have been. See, what they should have did is, let's say May or Grace gave the epilogue. Like they're just talking over the scenes. That would have been great. Yeah, I'm definitely the Noah in most relationships. I think last week's episode. I think last week's episode I like better than this one. Last week I gave it a 9.5. I'm thinking somewhere between an 8 and a 9 for tonight's episode. Oh, sorry, I missed some chats. I'll get to them. Give me a second. I guess we'll get conclusion in the spinoff. AJ better have that car built by the spinoff. Yeah, she came, she did what she had to do, and now it's time to leave. It's 11 p.m. where I'm at Make-A-Wish. again, we'll never find out what's in that box unless they do a spinoff. I mean, excuse me, unless they address it in the spinoff. Sorry, if they address it in the spinoff. So I'm just reading Instagram chats real quick. Interesting. It's 8:10. Man, shoot. I need to win money. Don't we all? Oh yeah, what is it? AJ and Sophia have those huge trust funds. The final episode. Well, I mean, I don't know your time zone, so I guess you haven't seen the episode yet. I would give the episode probably an 8.5 out of 10. I'm not 100% yet. Yeah, Sophia and AJ are set. Sophia told Grace that the job was finished. It was time for her to go. Yeah, Sophia told Grace that it was time for her to go. How about Zora and her brother? They ain't Grace's kids. It gets a 7 from me. Where are the lips coming from? Grace has nice lips. Do you figure out who Daryl James' dad is? Nope. The episode was moving. See, that's my kind of issue. The episode started off fast, but then it moved a bit slow in places. Probably Nikki. I don't think it was Dante. I think Nikki did it. That guy. I think Nikki did it, not Dante. I think Nikki was the one to do it. It doesn't matter who Daryl James' father is. Yeah, I agree. And again, I mean, we never got follow up on that. Yeah, Grace lost 2 fathers. Yeah, I agree. I think it was Nikki as well. Mm-hmm. We don't know who Daryl James' father is. 10 for me. Nah, I wouldn't give it a 10. Oh, it got emotion. See, when I rank the episodes, I talk about the entire episode. Look, the first 5 minutes, and then the sermon and AJ getting saved, phenomenal. But there were some bits of the episode that moved a bit too slow. Oh yeah, Isaiah, nah. Slow and what about the other guy who could be the real? We never find out. He wasn't in the finale. Yeah, I threw on my Cash App again if anybody else wants to donate. Again, it's not required, but appreciate it. Yeah, they would have shown the funeral and stuff. Yeah, if this was an extended episode, that would have been great. Y'all talking about Mavis and Bishop? Come on now. Mavis and Bishop. I mean, why would you even throw in the ghost if he really... I don't know. You know, Mac is sitting in the hottest part. That would be so strange if another unknown Greenleaf appeared in the spinoff. I mean, you never know. What if the boy was Bishop's grandson, his mother could be Delilah? That's part of the spinoff? I mean, it could be. I mean, I can't say what will and won't be in the spinoff because we don't know nothing. Yeah, I wish we would have learned more about Faith too. That would have been great. Yeah, Bishop is dead. It's about a girl finding her family. Who is Delilah? Where did that name come from? The Bible. Story of Samson. I mean, yeah, they did that one little flashback, but I wanted more. I wanted more. Yeah, it could be in memory form. I mean, Winky staying with the Greenleafs until Carissa finds a place of her own, kind of like Noah, and that's about it. I mean, it almost seemed like Jacob wanted her to stay, but that was it. Yeah, with the driver, Pastor Greenleaf. Mrs. Davis being Delilah, that would be interesting. Well, Carissa kept saying that if you forgive me, the divorce is off. Yeah, I feel like there were some missing pieces to the finale, but it was good. But I feel like some things were just, I guess, left open ended for the sake of the spinoff. Winky was just a waste of a character. They don't mind their grown kids staying with them. Ain't that the truth? I mean, well, it is a big house. It is a big house. Yeah, I mean, well, technically, we didn't even see the funeral. It was like a memorial slash welcome back Calvary, so to speak. Yeah, he did say a few lines. That was good. I think she had Winky before that. Carissa was evil, so Charity Shun should be older. I don't know the timeline that well. Yeah, that's a good point. Winky was a plot device for their marriage. I don't know if it's on YouTube yet. Yeah, I know it will be by the morning, so if you missed it. Plus, aren't they going to show a rerun like at midnight? Yeah, the new AJ, I liked him. His persona. I mean, I think it comes on again tonight. I don't know. I ain't got my TV on Xfinity anymore. I got it on YouTube. Winky just haven't been on camera much before this season. Yep. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Union rules. Oh, okay. He was a baby at the beginning. All right. Yeah, so the reruns for the finale is on in 40 minutes, which again, I probably won't watch again anytime soon because one time was enough for me. Well, I mean, I feel like we got a lot of AJ development off screen. It's like basically we apparently see that's another thing. I wish we would have got more Noah and AJ scenes, but I'll do a season overview video as well. So yeah. I didn't like what they did with Zora's character this season at all because last season it felt like she was coming around to becoming it felt like Zora was becoming more like Sophia and then vice versa. But then they made Zora a complete brat. I'm talking about the scenes with Noah and AJ. We never really see those two alone. Like, I wish we could have seen AJ meeting Noah's mother, his grandmother. We only see AJ interact with the Greenleafs. Yeah. They definitely send us with a roller coaster on AJ. AJ reminds me of Tasha and Bennett, or Tanya and Bennett from If Loving You Is Wrong. They felt shoehorned in, but at the least with AJ, we liked him at the end. You can only say about Zora plus how they made Charity look like they may seem more like. Yeah, that colorism, kind of like Pam and Gina on Martin. There wasn't time to show Noah's side of the family. True, but they only had 8 episodes, and I mean, it could have been a brief scene. It didn't have to be like a 30-minute scene or whatever. Yeah, that sermon, man, oh man, that was something else. That sermon was something else. That's a great point. It's like, why is she leaving? But then when you look at things from the grander scope, it makes sense. Bought the house for his first paycheck. I don't even know if Zora graduated. I mean, I assume she did. Yeah, she was sweet. Oh, she did? Okay, thank you. Anything else? Like I said, don't worry. I'll do my Greenleaf review in the morning. Oh, yeah, there is no show about Grace. Did Zora even go to school? Yeah, she took that sermon, flipped it. She turned that place out. No wonder they talked about getting her back as the pastor. Well, see, I'm talking about Zora's demeanor the entire season, even before the divorce was brought up to her. Like the way she was treating Sophia, the fact that I felt like they didn't do right by her this season, the writers. Yeah, that's a good question. I wonder how they filmed that sermon. We don't know jack about the spinoff yet, aside from it being called Delilah. Look, I literally know nothing. Sophia went to Hampton, yeah. I mean, but now it's unknown as to whether or not she's going back, so. Honestly, I think AJ gave her the kick in the pants she needed a few episodes back, so I think she'll probably go. I mean, she's not the one to put up the money for it. Yeah, Zora and Noah, yeah. Okay, anything else? I'm in the mood for ice cream, even though I don't need it. Then I'll just rest, and then I'll. Sophia told Grace about May's sermon that she was staying there. Yeah. Yeah, she had surgery. Yep. Has Jacob changed yet? I mean, I don't think so. Man, I wish I get my student loans forgiven, man. Talking about forgiveness and all about the house. Shoot. I think last week's episode was better than this one. We wouldn't have seen Noah if AJ wasn't around. True. I mean, I think the true change would have been forgiveness to Carissa. I'm not saying whether or not he should forgive him, but I felt like that would have been the biggest step in regards to change. I mean, aside from compromising with Zora instead of flat out saying no, you're not going to New York. They said they would work with her in order to send her off properly rather than her going off on her own. I didn't too much like Noah. I didn't like what they did with him this season. Oh yeah. I'm not saying the divorce should not have happened. I think that the forgiveness would have been the first thing to show change in Jacob. Yeah, given time. Yeah. Yeah, the Greenleaf replay is in like what 30 minutes or so. Whoa, Selena, thank you for the generous donation. Selena Panzik. I probably said that wrong, but thank you so much. Let's see here. I didn't like how they made it seem like Charity can't keep a man. Somebody always gets picked over her. Marsha. I think he did forgive her. He just wasn't going to continue the marriage. In a way. From the first moment I saw you. Seriously, Adore is one of my favorite Prince songs. I knew you were the one. Dum, dum, dum. But Charity rejected Phil in the end. I'm so glad they didn't get back together. But then again, you never know what the spinoff is going to bring. You are my heart and mind. I truly adore you. Imagine if they play that when May was over Bishop's dead body. When we were making love. Noah was at the grave site and he was at the memorial at the end. He was there. Noah was there because he was standing with AJ. And then Grace with Sophia. Oh, wait. Was everybody by the grave site like a throwback to everybody being at Faith's grave at the beginning of the series? I mean, they only mentioned H&H in passing. Oh, yes, okay. I'll just make sure. I'm like, wait a minute. This symbolism looks familiar. Yeah, Jacob was cold as Bishop's dead body. Yeah, I said it. Shout out. Yo, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Jeanette. I appreciate that. I hope they don't get back together. Shout out to my sis Trell. I hope I said that right, Trell. So yeah, if you send a super chat, your chat shows up in a big box, and I can see that over everyone else. Symbolism is hot on Greenleaf. I think Charity will. Yeah, I mean, if she ends up pregnant by Phil, that would be a twist. That would be a twist. I think Charity will end up. Oh, I read that already. Let's see here. I feel like we covered this episode very thoroughly. Yeah, I mean, the spinoff can focus on one or two characters, but we'll probably get other cameos. Yeah, Grace shook the boat in more ways than one for the best. Greenleaf, the next generation. I second that Prince did his thing with that song. Yeah, Adore. Alexa. I guess the car. We'll never find out the car. Wait, the PK's daughter? Are you talking about Judy? Alexa? I don't know. Yeah, she gave it up, but God gave it back. Which begs the question, if Bishop did not die, would she still not give up the house? I mean, wasn't happy with the HGV. Yes, Judy, she needed a fee. All right, anything else? Any other questions? Please, not the spinoff because we don't. No, there will be a spinoff. We just don't know anything about the spinoff. Only that it's called Delilah. Yeah, I mean, Tara gave it up. Yeah. I mean, last episode, Rochelle said she didn't even want the house. She just wanted the truth. So Rochelle was satisfied. Tara was like, meh, you can have it. Adored and insatiable? Yeah. Have a good night. All right, thanks for joining in. You know they wanted Sherry. He wanted Sherry. Yeah, Phil wanted Sherry. All right. Well, I think this has been long enough. This was a very solid. Yeah, we never found out that Alexa was something we actually is Jacob's daughter. But I will get some much needed rest. I need to get a lot of stuff ready tomorrow for eBay. Don't worry, I'm going to do my Greenleaf. Oh, you're most welcome. I'm going to do my Greenleaf finale review in the morning. Got eBay stuff I need to get ready. Vinny Malone, we're doing an interview on Zoom at 7. I'll probably have the interview up either by the end of this week or sometime next week. Remember, next week we ain't got nothing to watch, so I got filler videos. I'll probably do a haves and have not live stream later this week. We'll talk about the trailer. So be blessed. Have a great night. Our final congregation for Greenleaf. But it's been fun. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks to everyone who donated. I appreciate it. Have a good night.